All right, welcome to SHOT Show 2024 Friday. Last day of SHOT Show. Everyone's happy yet sad. More happy than sad. It's almost over. Welcome to the Ghost Clover Podcast, presented by our good friends at Bersa. We are live at the Bersa booth for SHOT Show. As you guys have been watching all week, first of all, thank you. The numbers have been phenomenal all week. If you guys tune into the podcast. More importantly, the great questions and comments. So keep them coming for our guests today. We have 6 more guests today. We're going to start out with our good friends, Kyle from Anderson and Jake Discretion from Walk the Talk America. My name is Trey with Ghost Clover. I'll be your pilot for today's flight. Our co-pilot and producer engineer, Chris from CloverTac. You guys know him. He's going to be running the booth and running the back door, or the back room.
The back door.
He's running the back door.
It's 9 a.m. Where are you going there?
Yeah, it's early Friday morning. It's been a long
9
week.
a.m. America.
do you know where your butt is? Anyways, before we jump in, I'm sure Clover's got something he's going to say. He always says hello and all that.
Just that it's been awesome this week, and Friday's always bittersweet, but
it is.
For you got to fly out here shortly. So
as soon as we get done with this, I got to go catch a flight home.
The end is even more near for you, unfortunately, but
it is.
Still a day left because we're doing this early. So
everyone's voices, if you can tell, is we got hoarse, we're coughing. We were on this earlier. When you're at SHOT Show, there's so many people here. When you're talking and having a conversation, you don't realize you're not talking. You're yelling for 4 straight days because you have to talk over the noise. And it's like, okay, why's my throat hurting?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've been yelling for 4 days straight.
And then add in the after parties and the late nights,
being outside at night,
in the casinos,
absolutely,
having an asthmatic lung set like I do.
So if you're out there, don't come to SHOT Show. If you're just going to get sick, leave it for us. We'll take care of it for you. We got you. All right, our first guest is our good friend from Anderson Manufacturer in Hebron, Kentucky. We got Kyle Wade here. What's going on, man?
Not much, Ghost Clover. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely. Most everybody knows Anderson Manufacturing, but you guys have kind of changed modes a little bit. You're kind of adding, and you're not just the AR company anymore. You've got a lot of stuff coming down the line, a lot of stuff out. A big year with the Kiger last year. You've got the new Frontline series. Why don't you tell people what's going on at Anderson real quick?
Like you mentioned, we got the Frontline series. That's Anderson's entry into the mid-tier level, but still keeping it that blue-collar, hardworking class price. We redid our handguards, got some super lightweight. Every firearm available on that line is tuned up and ready for suppression. If you're not big on suppression, you're going to have that same reduced felt recoil, but definitely Ghost, I'd like to encourage your audience, if you guys get a chance, go to andersonmanufacturing.com/frontline and just check out the new product line. Got some really cool offerings in that, bringing the new barrel, which I'm most excited about.
That barrel's cool. Obviously, about a year ago, you guys kind of launched the Kiger, and the Kiger 9C. We've been able to work with the Kiger 9C Pro. Honestly, it's the best handgun that I've used in the last couple of years, and that's not because we're friends. It's a phenomenal. And you guys are kind of got a new model of the 9C Pro, or the Kiger 9C.
Yeah, we brought a new model this year, the Kiger 9CL. So you got that extended frame, extended slide, not extended frame, extended slide, extended barrel,
same frame. So if you're out there and you have the Kiger frame, and you can go and get the barrel and slide. Will it work with that frame?
Yes. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And where did the Kiger 9C Pro, where'd that land on your list for 23?
I believe it won the Ghosty for the best striker fired handgun of the year.
Yeah.
That was an honor.
I didn't go difference between striker and hammer, but for me, 23 was a pretty heavy year on semi-auto handguns, and as Kyle knows, the Kiger took the #1 spot.
Yep.
And that's not to speak bad about 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh no, they're all great.
But there's something to be said about that Kiger 9C Pro that it just it runs like a champ. It's beautiful, and it ticks a lot of boxes without being niche.
Yeah.
Right. Like it can be a range toy, it can be a home defense, it can be carried. It's small enough for that. It's a small enough footprint. It's optics ready, but it didn't have to be. But then the 9C Pro also has those suppressor height sights, so it's got all of these boxes you can check, but nothing that's proprietary or extreme. So it's
And
that
quote-
happy, it's that Goldilocks
Yeah.
effect where
Yeah.
it's just right.
I know your favorite part was the Magwell.
Not
Seriously,
necessarily because of the smoothest in and out of a magazine I think I've ever
It
seen on
is.
a handgun. I told you that.
That's the first thing he and I, when we were talking on the phone, like,
Yeah.
did you drop the mag? He's, oh my gosh,
but I don't it's not necessarily because of the magwell.
Right.
It's what that represents.
Yep.
If attention to detail and tolerances and all of that were paid that closely to the magwell, then that says that those attention to tolerances and details and everything else
Yep.
were across the entire handgun. That kind of attention was paid to it. And so that speaks to the quality of the handgun in general, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to have that
no, yeah,
really smooth in and out. But it's the, just what it means overall
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
well, we take a lot of pride in what we do.
Yeah.
we really do.
Yeah, they the attention to detail on that, and like I said, if you're going to come out with your first handgun from a rifle company, right? That's what y'all are known for, is
yeah.
rifles, and you come out with a handgun, it better be good, or it might be a really bad decision, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
So let's get Jake in here. real quick,
Absolutely.
I guess.
I'm just I'm geeking out because I didn't know about that.
Uh-oh.
For those who don't know,
He's literally on their website looking at their
Dude, it's
stuff right now.
it's from like 7.5. I'm kind of sexy.
That 7.5 is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Now they have a 10.5. It's got the
Yeah.
quad rail. If you're a quad rail guy like I am,
I'm with you.
yeah, boy.
Yeah, so I'm learning. Now, babe, if you're listening out there, I'm definitely not spending money.
Just look,
not.
just look at
Just
Window-
browsing,
window
just browsing.
shopping.
Yeah,
She said yesterday when she was on a podcast, I don't know if
She
you heard
killed
her
it.
or not.
she did.
DB,
It was
DB
awesome.
and I both listened.
She said she allowed you to buy any and all firearms that you wish
I
to
thought
I'm
you
gonna
purchase.
have to
heard
go
that.
back and check.
I think we've got her on.
I think I heard
I
that.
think we've got
That's
her on
great.
record
I think
saying
so.
that.
Can
I
we get a
think
soundbite?
We can edit it to where it
Well,
sounds like she said
if
that.
we don't have that, I'm sure we can get AI. We can get AI to make it for us.
Yeah.
It'll be
You look
okay.
like Max Headroom. I said you could buy anything.
That was perfect.
Thank
The
you.
sad thing is that most of the people out there don't even know who Max Headroom is, do you?
no.
Oh, yeah. We're 80s kids, so you have to understand.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I
Love it. Love it.
I know that we had you on before. We had
Yeah.
your wife and Greta on yesterday. Had Eddie and DB and Brandon on there before. I want to say to you also, thank you to you and Mike for being a part of this whole podcast. But I know that you wanted to talk something about a pretty cool project, some stuff that's near and dear to everyone's heart. It's kids,
Yeah.
and that's a really cool thing. So you got the floor for a few minutes, man.
Thanks, bro. So for those of you who don't know, Jake Discretion, Walk the Talk America. Walk the Talk America is a 501c3 bridging the gap between firearms ownership and mental health care to get gun owners access to counseling without fear of rights restriction, right? So I'm a therapist by trade, and I run in this space educating clinicians on what gun culture is like so we don't chase people away by being weird with our language, and then to demystify what counseling is for firearms owners to get them in so they're not skittish and suspicious of this. So Walk the Talk has a lot of stuff going on. I mentioned the other day we have these CCW instructor videos now because several states across the country have required an hour or more of mental health training and resources, and the instructors don't know how to do that. So we put together some videos. We made them available for download for free on the website. And if anybody's out there interested in sponsoring one of those videos, put your logo on it in front of the CCW students. We sure would appreciate that because, like I said, we're a nonprofit. And Mike's the only paid employee, and poor guy, he's got a modest salary, but the rest of us volunteer our time. So,
Kyle,
that.
wink.
No, seriously, I didn't know about that.
Did you?
Awesome opportunity.
We can talk later.
Yeah, y'all need to talk.
Yeah. What manufacturers will do is they'll take our flyers and stick them in their product packaging. It just says take free and anonymous mental health screening. Do QR code, something like that. But yeah,
Every box that maybe guns go out, slide one of those, and
We
that's
can definitely
huge.
get behind that.
That's huge.
Yeah, we could definitely.
yeah, our Arms Corps actually prints it right on the side of their ammo boxes. It says take free and anonymous mental health screening. The idea, Mike says this frequently, is that we want to get to where the alcohol industry did with drunk driving, where .gov doesn't have to tell us to do it, but we're doing it ourselves, and then nobody blames Johnny Walker for DUI. We don't want anybody blaming Anderson if something goes south with a firearm. We'd be like, hey, we gave him chances, right? We went out in front and tried to make this affirmative statement to check in on your mental health. So, we'll definitely talk about that. And if anybody else out there wants to reach out and partner with us, we'd love to have you. WTTA.org. And then we have two programs that we partner with that deal with kids. Devin Perkins with Kids to Kings works with inner city youth through the schools, teaching firearm safety and healthy relationships. And he deals a lot with what's called CPTSD. It's not an actual diagnosis in the book, but it's complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or CPTS sometimes. So the complex part means it's usually chronic in nature. You accumulate it over time as a child with, a rough background, and we'll just say abuse, neglect, violence, etc. And adults can get this too, for sure. And if left unchecked, that can often lend itself into a personality disorder. And so Devin works with the kids who are really, really rough upbringing. He did really well in Georgia. He just moved to Denver. He's there. But the other program we have is called Kids Safe. And it's not our program. We just partner with these guys. Kids Safe is run by Derek LeBlanc out of Oregon. And Derek's trying to get it in multiple states. But he's now touched, I didn't realize this, but he's now touched 28,000 kids with his materials, teaching firearm safety. And I think that's just incredible. Now, he's a nonprofit himself. He's a 501c3, and he could use support. And we're trying to use our platform because the Venn diagram of mental health, firearms ownership, youth, and families it's almost a circle, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we want to make sure that Derek's getting some support and love too. So it's Kids Safe Foundation. Make sure you put 2 S's in there when you're typing it in. He's doing incredible work, and I know the passion and heart that he has for what he does, and I know that he's saving lives by educating the children, obviously, on firearm safety and shooting BB guns and 22s and all up and down, but the parents, right? We're getting the parents involved in that too. It's not just drop your kid off of jiu-jitsu and come back in an hour and he's got some skills.
Right.
Like, we want to wrap the parents in and make sure that they're savvy. And so it's really building from the ground up and changing a generation.
Well, I love the fact, like I said, getting the kids involved. More importantly, trying to get the parents involved, because I think that a lot of parents, and this is not just it's an overgeneralization, but I think that there's a lot of people that parent by I want to get my kid in activities, but it's activities I can drop them off and have some me time. We get them involved, and you start the whole family process. Not only do you convert maybe some, but then you spread that to the next generation as well. It's really, he's doing a great job.
Well,
we were supposed to have Derek on, but he got pulled to something else this morning.
One thing with Derek that I think with the whole program there that's interesting, some of the stuff is he's been able to change some minds, I guess, from some folks with the organization, and pardon my horses, like Moms Demand Action and stuff like that. And the reason is you've got these big anti-2A, anti-gun, anti-freedom organizations, and they only focus on the bad. They look at the bad. They look at the tool that the bad was done with, not the person, right? Obviously. And a lot of people nobody wants kids to die. Nobody is in favor of pain and anguish and death. Nobody's in favor of that. But they use that as, come on and join with us because we're against death and pain and anguish. And then they don't go any further than that, right? And then this tool is involved with that. And so they're kind of blindly following. A lot of people are blindly following these organizations because the underlying tone is noble, right? And what Derek will do is he'll get some of these families involved by way of their kids in firearm education. And the families realize real quickly, that firearm, you set it over in the corner and leave it alone. And it does nothing. Yeah. If you safely know how to use it, it can be super fun and not dangerous at all.
Right. Yeah. I think the like you say, there's a really important point there. We don't want to be denigrating the organizations, certainly not the people, but the organizations that we perceive are anti-freedom, right? That may be how it lands, but I think it's because they haven't honestly endeavored to understand firearms culture broadly.
Right.
So they look at the object because that's the easy, low-hanging fruit to pick and go, that's the object, get rid of the object, control the object. It's like, well, yeah, but in so doing, you're carving out all the utility that comes along with the object. And then we extend that and start to denigrate the people behind the object. So it's like, oh, gun owners are bad too, right? And in talking to some of those folks with some of those groups, they honestly truly believe that they are not anti-gun. They really do. And then we have to say something like, well, here's how it sounds to our ears. And they go, well, we had no idea. And then I always say something like, your policy endeavors through the legislative process are actually inhibiting care access, because when you have a red flag law, what that ostensibly says to the public is, don't go get help, you might lose your rights. Yeah. So when you keep people away from care, they get worse. And when they get worse, more death happens. So when you explain that to those folks, they say, look, education's better than restriction. Restriction's impossible anyway. You can't police it, on and on. Let's do education. Let's put all this money and effort behind this. They go, yeah, that actually makes sense. They're having to change their mind around it, and they've been doing it a really long time. That's very hard to change somebody's mind, but they get it, right? So I think it's really important that we don't keep throwing stones at each other. It's like at their core of all these organizations is we want to stop death. We just think we can stop death without restricting rights. Right. And we want to promote education. And I'll say this too, this other point. I think the firearms industry is very, very poor at bragging about what it does well.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
And I think that more discussions like this, if we can have podcasts and radio shows and say affirmatively, hey man, if you're doing something well, go brag about it. Go talk about it. You know, if Anderson starts putting our stuff in their boxes, like that should be a PR campaign with co-branding across all the social media platforms to say we're doing this thing. And then those so-called anti-gunners will look and go, oh, they're doing something. They takes away the firepower that they would have otherwise.
And they don't know what to do do again. The next step is the worst thing that ever could happen to the firearms community is we actually and legitimately join hands.
Yep.
We're in the same group, but we're all separate groups. You have industry, you have community, you have counselors, you have this, you have trainers, you have competitive shooters. If we were all to say we have 100 million gun owners in this country, we can make any election happen however we want, just in our group, if we all came together.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And that's how you change stuff is, like you said, promote, hey, we aren't 20 different segments.
Right.
We are the gun community.
Right.
Yeah, and I get the territorialism, I get the tribalism, I get the little friction and all the clicks, but we, the mental health people, which we are the only one, like there's suicide prevention all over the place. We're the only ones doing mental health.
Yep.
And I would like for more people to do it, but until that happens, I can tell you that my experience is that zero people from all those cliques and tribes of the gun community have opposed it. None. Zero. Every single one is like, I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
Now, maybe sometimes it hits the C-suite and the attorneys are like, I don't know about the optics. We might be giving something over to the antis. It's like, but they get it.
The idea. Yeah. 100%.
We got about 5 minutes left in this segment, but we do have a question out there for Kyle's single thing. Obviously, last year, this year, the 2011, 2311, the double stack
1911 stuff. Yeah.
Question for Kyle. Y'all been looking into doing anything with the 2011s? So they want you to expand the handgun.
So apparently the first handgun was a success.
And I would never rule that out. I grew up in Hebron, Kentucky, where Anderson Manufacturing is located at. And one of the big rumors that always spread around Hebron, Kentucky, was that Anderson's about to drop a 1911.
Yeah.
So I would never rule it out, because maybe they were talking about it before my time at Anderson. Yeah. And we're always looking to diversify our product lines.
On the books.
Nothing on the books, no.
And folks have to realize, I mean, obviously 1911 far different than the Kiger. And to tool up and
completely different mechanics.
You got all your R&D, and that takes years, and then you got your tooling up, and that takes millions upon millions of dollars. And so when you add a product line like that, that's so different. Your front line, for example, not that much different.
Correct.
Different in
machining wise and
difference in tolerance and quality and that sort of thing, sure. But overall design, not that different. And it's pretty easy to tweak the tooling for those types of things.
Correct.
But you got to go with a 2011, 2311. That's pretty major.
Never know.
You never know.
Never know.
So,
I wouldn't rule it out.
let's I guess finish this one out.
Yep.
Let them
Give you a couple minutes to kind of tell people websites, social media, where they can find you and all that good stuff.
And Wes out there says hashtag Pony Express 2024.
Pony Express 2024.
Like I mentioned earlier, AndersonManufacturing.com. Go check us out, guys. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Everything's under Anderson Manufacturing except for X, which is at Anderson Rifles.
There you go.
Sweet.
And good.
No, as we say, Jay.
KidsSafeFoundation.org is Derek's organization. You can also access them through WTTA.org, which is ours, Walk the Talk America. And if you're an instructor and you're looking to do this concealed carry thing in one of the anti-freedom states that's compelling you to do things you don't want to do, I would invite you to maybe relax your mind about that and consider that this is a good thing. You don't want to be forced into doing it, of course, but for all the other states that have yet to require this, I would invite you to do it anyway, because crowbarring in a 15 or 20 minute video on me talking about emotional functioning, or Rob Pincus talking about responsible storage, or Kevin Dixie talking about battling your bias, when you're carrying concealed, we want to be aware of all those things. We want to be aware of how we're storing. We want to be aware of our emotional functioning. We want to be aware of our biases, so that we're the best prepared we can be if and when a situation arises we have to respond to. We don't want to be responding reflexively. We want to be responding mindfully, right? So it's a good thing to work in mental well-being and mental training into concealed carry classes. So you might be compelled in California, New York, or Hawaii, or whatever. We have those videos for you. If not, do it anyway. Like just cherry pick whatever chapters you want and throw them into your thing, and check out our website and spread the word.
Well, I want to say before Ghost comes in here, I mean, thanks again to WTTA for
Everything.
kind of jumping in. We had this brainstorm, this project was born out of, a conversation between obviously Sedini with WTTA and Roth with Bersa, kind of all at once. And it was Bersa wanted to do it, but we was like, hey, we've got to tie WTTA in here. I mean, I think that's only right. And the variety of people that you brought in, which we talked about like the first day, we were talking about just 4 guests potentially from WTTA, and we've had, I don't know, 6, 8.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
awesome.
So it's been really cool to hear the stories and talks too. So thanks for partnering on that. For Kyle, it's been an awesome show as usual.
Oh, yeah.
We get to hang with you and see the cool new stuff. And we're not done. You and I get to have dinner later and talk about Ghost, because
I'm
won't
so
be here.
jealous. Well, I get to have dinner with him on Sunday, so I guess I've had my dinner with you. No, and this is a great friend, and really glad the last year and a half, man. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah, it has.
Jake and Mike. I mean, I think you guys know how I feel about you guys. I've called Jake on a private times before and said I need some help with this, that, and the other. Always takes my call. 2 or 3 things real quick about Walk Talk America. One, if you are out there and you think something could be starting up with some mental health issues, WTTA, a free mental health screening, anonymous. You don't have to do anything. It'll help you decide. 2, if you are looking for someone to talk to and you don't know who to talk to, they have a great resources over there that maybe have some counselors that are pro-gun or gun friendly, that might feel, if you don't feel like you can talk about stuff with someone who's anti-gun, they have those resources.
We're trying to build out our provider director, a 50-state 2A friendly.
Well, the fact that you even started that is incredible. And then obviously the Guns and Mental Health podcast. He doesn't talk about it enough. It's a phenomenal podcast with he and Mike Sedini. And if you're out there and you're watching or listening to this podcast, then obviously you like podcasts. Go check that one out as well. So thank you, Jake. Thank you, Kyle. Clover, you want to take us to the break?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. If you are live, stick around, because we're not going anywhere. Just got to swap out the guest.
That's right.
Bersa has been a leading manufacturer for over 60 years. At Bersa, they understand that your safety is non-negotiable, and that's why they've crafted a line of exceptional firearms that redefine excellence. Their state-of-the-art manufacturing ensures every firearm is meticulously crafted to the highest standards, guaranteeing reliability and accuracy when it matters most. Whether you're a seasoned professional or a first-time gun owner, Bersa has a perfect solution for your needs. From the sleek and compact Thunder series, ideal for concealed carry, to the powerful and versatile BAR rifle, their range of firearms are designed for shooters who demand excellence in performance and design. Join the community of those who trust Bersa, a brand synonymous with innovation and quality. Their commitment to safety and precision has made them a trusted choice for law enforcement agencies and responsible gun owners alike. Visit Bersa.com to explore their full range of firearms and make every shot count. In a world where mental health is often overlooked, one organization is leading the charge. Walk the Talk America, a force for change, breaking down stigmas and fostering conversations that matter. At Walk the Talk America, they believe in the power of dialogue to reshape the narrative surrounding mental health. Their mission is simple but profound: to bridge the gap between mental health and firearms, because they understand that the real change starts with understanding, empathy, and open conversation. Tune into their groundbreaking podcast, Guns and Mental Health, where experts, advocates, and survivors share their stories and insights. It's not just a podcast, it's a movement towards a more compassionate and informed society. Join them as they organize events, workshops, and outreach programs to build a community that supports mental health without judgment. Join me in supporting Walk the Talk America and visit their website, walkthetalkamerica.org, to be part of the change. Well, guys, we do invite you to go check out both ours and Clover's YouTube channels. Ours is Ghost Tactical, where you can find all of our content over there, including our videos and our podcasts. And you can go check out Clover at CloverTac. Obviously, you can check out all of his content and podcasts as well. We also invite you to check out our websites. Ours is ghosttactical.us, where you'll be able to find everything that we're doing, including our swag store. And Clover's is clovertac.com. Once again, find all of his projects, all of his swag, and all of that. More importantly, guys, we do thank everyone for always supporting both myself and CloverTac, whether it's just by watching our stuff or those that do spend their hard-earned money through YouTube channel memberships. We do truly appreciate you guys. You guys make this all worthwhile. We ask you to go check out our sponsors for this podcast, Bersa and Walk the Talk America. We are currently getting ready for our next guest, so stand by for the standby. Bersa has been a leading manufacturer for over 60 years. At Bersa, they understand that your safety is non-negotiable, and that's why they've crafted a line of exceptional firearms that redefine excellence. Their state-of-the-art manufacturing ensures every firearm is meticulously crafted to the highest standards, guaranteeing reliability and accuracy when it matters most. Whether you're a seasoned professional or a first-time gun owner, Bersa has a perfect solution for your needs. From the sleek and compact Thunder series, ideal for concealed carry, to the powerful and versatile BAR rifle, their range of firearms are designed for shooters who demand excellence in performance and design. Join the community of those who trust Bersa, a brand synonymous with innovation and quality. Their commitment to safety and precision has made them a trusted choice for law enforcement agencies and responsible gun owners alike. Visit Bersa.com to explore their full range of firearms and make every shot count. In a world where mental health is often overlooked, one organization is leading the charge. Walk the Talk America, a force for change, breaking down stigmas and fostering conversations that matter. At Walk the Talk America, they believe in the power of dialogue to reshape the narrative surrounding mental health. Their mission is simple but profound: to bridge the gap between mental health and firearms, because they understand that the real change starts with understanding, empathy, and open conversation. Tune into their groundbreaking podcast, Guns and Mental Health, where experts, advocates, and survivors share their stories and insights. It's not just a podcast, it's a movement towards a more compassionate and informed society. Join them as they organize events, workshops, and outreach programs to build a community that supports mental health without judgment. Join me in supporting Walk the Talk America and visit their website, walkthetalkamerica.org, to be part of the change. Well, guys, we do invite you to go check out both ours and Clover's YouTube channels. Ours is Ghost Tactical, where you can find all of our content over there, including our videos and our podcasts. And you can go check out Clover at CloverTac. Obviously, you can check out all of his content and podcasts as well. We also invite you to check out our websites. Ours is ghosttactical.us, where you'll be able to find everything that we're doing, including our swag store. And Clover's is clovertac.com. Once again, find all of his projects, all of his swag, and all of that. More importantly, guys, we do thank everyone for always supporting both myself and CloverTac, whether it's just by watching our stuff or those that do spend their hard-earned money through YouTube channel memberships. We do truly appreciate you guys. You guys make this all worthwhile. We ask you to go check out our sponsors for this podcast, Bersa and Walk the Talk America. We are currently getting ready for our next guest, so stand by for the standby.
A little bit of a longer break there, but we're back.
We've got a new casting couch, if you will. We've got Top Shot Chris Chang and this guy named Chase from
Where am I from again?
Alabama.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. Oh, I'm sorry. You're War Eagle.
War Eagle.
From EAA, we got Chase, and you guys have been watching both Clover and I channel. You've seen EAA on a lot of our stuff. Great fans of their products and all that. You guys had, I would say, a remarkable, considering the industry was in a kind of a weird place in 2023.
Yes.
EAA particularly had a wonderful. You had the P35 lightweight come out, phenomenal handgun. The MC14T, phenomenal handgun. You had the 2311, the Witness 2311 come out, fantastic handgun. Talk about the great products that happened in 2023 and maybe what's coming out for 2024.
So yeah, I mean, we've all talked before on this, so everybody's familiar. Who's your viewers done a really, really good job this past year bringing out some new products. The Witness 2311 has absolutely killed it.
Yep.
Could not ask for a better reception to that product, is a good way to put it. The MC14T, the tip barrel, that thing was so hot at NRA.
Yeah.
I intentionally wanted to do that because I wanted, just like here, I wanted people to put their hands on it. I wanted them to see it, experience that gun. That thing
that's up for maybe a couple of awards that haven't been announced yet.
So, yeah. That gun has done real well. We've sold a pile of those things. Everybody seems really happy. It's still a really popular gun. People come like, "Oh, is that the tip barrel? Can I see that?" You know, we've got some follow on to that coming up. You know, the lightweight's pretty near and dear to our hearts. You know, me and Paul, especially being high power guys.
High power.
You know, having a PI, our detective size, we call the PI carry model high power. It's a half pound lighter. has every update you could imagine on that thing.
And
Perfect.
that was recognized and won an award as well this year.
Yeah, so the full size version of it won the NRA Golden Bullseye this year, Handgun of the Year for American Riflemen. It's a slight deal in the industry.
A slight
little
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And the sad thing is all three of those guns, the P35, the MC14T, and the 2311, probably could have won that thing.
they all honest, and we talked about it before.
Yep.
I honestly thought the 14T was going to win.
I did
an
too.
award. Like,
I wonder, I gotta wonder if it didn't because it hadn't been in circulation long enough.
that's some of it. And they,
There's no way that, and while the P35 is nice, there's no way it's nicer, I don't think, than the lightweight. There's no way that it's nicer than the 2311, and there's no way that it's more innovative and cool
Than
than
the
the
14.
14T.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's a factor they weigh. Is how long has it been out? Has it been a performer as far as sales and things like that?
and
maybe?
that's the thing is it's been out since basically April NRA show of last
So
year.
maybe-
So it's got a little. The high power had a whole year ahead
Yeah,
of it.
sure.
Yeah.
That particular configuration.
So 25 could be interesting for the other ones, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's interesting about the high power. What a great design. People don't know the high power. The high power was at the first double stack 9mm from John Moses Bryan with the 20s. And it was
It's his last great design.
most of the guns that are here today, or at least they pay homage to the high power. But that's design is 100 years old and it's still winning gun of the
Well,
year.
yeah.
The design, the concept is still winning gun of the year.
100 years later, it's just like the 1911. 100 years later,
It's still
here we are. We're still talking about it. We're still
It's
using
winning
it.
awards.
Look at,
Yeah.
look at
Two-thirds of the industry. I mean, 2/3 of production pistols are a high-power derivative.
Right.
They just don't even realize it.
Exactly.
well, yes, what I'm saying. I mean, and look at the popularity of the 2011, the 2311, which is a 1911.
It's a modern
Yeah.
1911.
a double stack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. It's a slight modification to
Yeah.
the OG.
But it's the base is the 1911.
No, absolutely. So, Chris, what's up, man?
Hello, good morning. It's
How is Friday treating
How
you,
was
sir?
I want to know how was the croissant? Chris rolls in and he's munching on this. And it looks
I was
delicious.
like,
I'm not
it
gonna
was
lie,
like,
it
yes,
looks delicious.
No, you got to set the scene because he didn't roll in.
Oh, he was coming in hot.
Flying.
Yeah.
He came in
Yeah.
hot.
this morning's been a little bit of a dumpster fire.
Well, hey,
But I'm
we're
so
here
happy
to add
be
to that
here.
fire. We're here to
Yeah.
throw gasoline on that fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love SHOT Show.
Yeah.
Every year, right? We all get to come together and get excited about whether they're new products or innovations in the space, and then also just catch up with
Yep.
with old friends and I made lots of new friends last night. We had too much fun at the bar.
right.
But that's how memories are made. And I ran into another Top Shot alumni a few days ago, and he's been out of the industry for like 10 years, and he
Oh, wow.
Can you say which one?
I don't know if I'm at liberty because he was like,
Okay.
so long story short, he went into special forces.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but
Wow.
he's
Yeah.
coming back into the fold, and he was like, I haven't been in the industry for like 10 years, and like, what am I going to do? And he's like, but this whole week it's been nothing but everybody welcoming him back.
Yeah.
And me included.
Like he never left.
Yeah, exactly. And me and everyone else were like, hey, if you need anything, if you need, introductions to anybody here, like you let us know. So it was very cool to like this industry is full of amazing, incredible people. And if any of us, need help, like you just got to ask for, hey, even more proactively, if we see that somebody needs help.
Yeah.
Right. This is another great industry for that too. Everyone's looking out for each other. I'm checking in on some people who I knew had some rough years.
Yep.
I got one friend who had a motorcycle. It was like a freak motorcycle accident. It was like doing 10 miles an hour,
Oh, wow.
spinning around on his driveway, and he just fell on his tailbone. And like,
What was his name? Tony Simon.
I did see that video. It was great. Yeah, so you're right. We do some of us do stupid things.
Love to make Tony. He's fine.
Tony, I'm glad you're okay, buddy. But what a video!
He
What
bounced
a
right back
video.
up, but that video was great.
What a video!
He stopped, dropped, got the roll in.
Yeah.
He found his Marine Corps memories. Like, I'm supposed to roll here. Yeah.
It's not like a perfect PLF off the scooter.
Go check out Simon Says Train on Instagram. You're welcome.
And he was on yesterday's episode.
Yeah, he was. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's that. I mean, yeah, I was saying, right? It's just been a wonderful show, and today is whatever day, last day of SHOT.
Kind of bittersweet.
I know.
Yeah. I can tell by our voices. We're all
We're all a little. Just
Well, we were
like,
talking about that earlier, and everyone's like all hoarse. People don't realize you're having conversations for 4 days, but it's so loud. You're basically yelling for 4 days, and you're spending time outside, walking around at night and at the range days. And it's like your body is not accustomed to that.
Yeah, we do like dinners every night with customers and friends and all that stuff, and all the restaurants are loud, so you're yelling there. If you go to a party or whatever, that's loud.
Smoke everywhere.
I'm gonna share a pro tip with everybody that the mobile IV drip is a game changer.
I've heard that.
Wednesday morning, that the nurse came to my hotel room and just whole bunch of vitamins.
Gave me the juicy juice.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was delightful. And we're all here for a short amount of time. We got to make the most of it. And but boy, IV drips, it just puts you right back in the game
changer.
Yeah,
they are.
In past years, so range day, like 3 years ago, I got food poisoning. It was brutal.
Interestingly enough, they shut down one of the food trucks though. I heard
the health department came in Monday.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But after I got back to my hotel room, I got an IV drip, and I was back in the game.
That's crazy.
Evening. I was like going from like dire straits to okay, I'm alive again.
Yeah, I feel great.
I can do this.
All right.
Yeah. But to your earlier point, that's the cool thing about this industry is we're all a big family.
Yeah.
We're a dysfunctional family.
Oh, it's
super dysfunctional.
Yeah,
but
it's the weirdest family in the world.
Yeah. And that's why like, people who aren't in the inside of the industry, like viewers and people who are like just gun people who are into all this stuff, they don't understand that. Like, it's not like most of these companies have animosity or anything like that. We all get along pretty well.
Everyone knows each other. You
Yeah.
have to know each other. That's
People
just the way it
cycle
is.
through constantly, and it's just a big family. That's why we help each other out.
And on the outside looking in, a lot of times things seem hateful, right?
Yeah.
There's so
We're
many,
mean.
there's so many
With
terms.
each other.
There's so many things that
Practical jokes are a
I've said
must
this
in this
week
industry.
that could totally be taken out of context.
Oh yeah.
We're not saying them to a friend.
Yeah.
You know?
If someone's just randomly walking past a conversation, they're gonna be like, "Whoa!" You gotta have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin in this industry, but that's thick skin everywhere with friends, right?
That's good. Yeah, I mean, last night, I don't know about your guys' experience, but I'll tell you about my experience last night, hanging out with new friends. Like I just not met them at all until that moment. And I mean, I'm a gay man, and like then they didn't know that, but somehow like all the straight guys were doing like gay dance moves and like booty shaking, and then they found out I was gay, and then they're like, you want to lap dance? I'm like, we're at a bar, I mean, like,
welcome to SHOT Show. Folks.
What happens in Vegas?
Yeah, exactly. But it is that kind of just positive energy and just like camaraderie and fellowship and friendship that and that's I think what comes us back, right? That's what makes us come back. Oh man, the words are barely coming out of my mouth.
So we got
Pro tip,
and one art.
I'm gonna leave on Saturday next year, so we don't have to do it at 9:00. This is my fault, folks.
Specifically for Chris.
Or bring the IV person here so we can all get IV.
We get IVs in one side, caffeine in the other.
Yeah,
man.
All drip while we do the podcast. Wow.
Ooh,
That might have to happen.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yes.
That is
yeah,
that is a CEO level decision.
And that'll only be for like the Friday morning.
Yes,
folks, right? Because if you've made it through the entire week, like you guys choose the
reward.
the special Friday morning slot.
You
Like
get a drip. You get a drip.
Everybody gets a drip.
Yeah, just the drip, baby.
Just the drip.
Just the drip.
We got to sell just the drip.
Just the drip.
If you're out there and you do mobile IV services, one, get a hold of Clover Eye. Two,
Sponsor the show.
if you're not
Yes.
using the phrase "just the drip," you're wrong.
It might be copyright.
I'll bring the 14 too. So we can have just the
Just
tip
the tip
with
and
just
with
the drip.
just the tip.
Yeah.
So that was their marketing with the
wonderful.
tip up barrel, just the tip.
Yeah. That's
Just
the best
the
part. It's
drip.
like sitting in an NRA show or staying in these like shows, like they just straight face somebody. It's like, oh, see, it's just the tip. Oh.
And see if anyone's.
Nobody caught it. It was so
No,
good.
just like
Now I'm sitting
it.
here
And
trying not to
deliver
roll laughing. You know, back.
But all the guys who were like in our age bracket were like, I see what you did
That's what you
there.
did.
Mm.
That's
Excellent.
awesome.
Excellent.
What-
That can't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
It's
Real
just too
quick,
good.
I want to bring it. What kind of projects? You're so damn busy. Is there anything specifically projects that you're working on that you want to kind of get the word out about?
Yeah, one really fun project. So I've created a digital card collecting brand called Revolve, and over the past 2 years, I've been kind of pressure testing, like floating the idea with a number of industry partners. And Revolve is it's becoming much more of a thing, which I'm excited about. And the idea is, think baseball cards.
Okay.
Like, right, if you've collected baseball cards,
Big, yeah.
yeah, this is Revolve is the digital version, right, of card collecting. But instead of baseball players, it's going to be our people, right? Our
Awesome.
sport shooters,
That's
our
great.
product,
Yeah.
right? The new whatever firearm or accessory that you have. All these like amazing moments, right, in the industry.
Industry characters.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
You get
Oh.
really fun with some characters in
Oh,
our industry.
Exactly. And so, at a high level, we've all seen how social media, right, Meta and Instagram and like they're just canceling all of us,
Yeah, they hate us.
right? And so that takes a lot of the fun, right, out of the whole experience, right?
Yeah.
We're creating this great content, and all of a sudden, some snotty, 22-year-old kid is like canceling, pulling down a post because I don't know, they just see a gun,
Right.
on social media. So Revolve is. It's not. There will be like a social media right type component, but at the core of it, right, is about digital card collecting, and it is about monetizing digital content,
Love that.
right? Because and it's a new way of monetizing digital content, right? Because the current way is you put a post up on Facebook or on like YouTube, right,
Yeah.
and then you have ads, right? So like ad driven. And that's fine, but clearly, right, YouTube is also right, like demonetizing a lot of gun channels, right? So, I mean, the wins are not in our favor, right? And I want to try and do my part in supporting the firearms community, giving the firearms industry another opportunity, right, to monetize content, to give content creators a viable path to making this a career. Right. I mean, there were great days of YouTube, right,
Yeah.
where you could make a great
You could
career.
quit your job and do
Yeah,
this.
absolutely, you could.
Not anymore, right? All my influencer friends like, yeah, I can't rely on YouTube anymore to pay the bills. So I'm hoping Revolve will be right a new solution that can help lift everybody up in our industry and have a lot fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a great
That's what it's
time.
about. And that's what this industry is about, is having fun together as a family and trying to bring all of our little tribes and segments together.
Yeah.
is what we need to do.
But we're going to leave Chris behind. I'm banning
I'm okay
banning
with
it
that.
from the Revolve.
No,
I'm
right.
okay with you.
Although
This right here, wouldn't that make a great card with the beard, the Falco jersey? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
He's banning me from the Revolve at one letter away from like my niche.
Yeah.
does that
Revolve,
does that sting just a little bit?
nah.
Just a little bit.
I mean, he doesn't have feelings,
He's
though,
almost
right?
picking up
I
He's a
mean,
leprechaun.
that's fine.
Leprechauns don't have feelings.
Yeah.
That's
No.
fine. You go right
They don't
ahead.
have
You do
feelings.
what you need to do, Chris. Do as-
Where can people find all your projects, Revolve? I mean, is it on a website, social media? Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, right now, if you want to follow me and what I'm up to, at Top Shot Chris, mostly active on Instagram, a little bit of Facebook, and a little bit of Twitter. Revolve. We're still in like stealth mode, if you will, and just sort of figuring it out. But I'm
Yeah.
hoping later this year, there'll be a more like major announcement and marketing campaign.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
awesome.
excited.
And Chase, what about people finding out?
about where you are.
All the
Where's
cool
Waldo?
Smoke signals.
Where's
You
Waldo?
do smoke signals.
Carrier pigeons.
Omar handles the smoke signals.
Omar does carry the smoke
Oh,
signals. He's got those
Omar.
like Colombian smoke signals.
It's Omar's fault.
So
Yeah.
Omar did not totally screw up SHOT Show. It does not appear
Yeah,
like.
we
No.
still have a day
Yeah, we
left.
still have a day left.
So we did have a
Fingers
shot
crossed.
virgin with us. That was fun. Omar's.
Yeah.
He is. If you see him in the booth right now, Omar is
He was
done.
in absolute shock last night. I looked at him. He was like, I was like, how's it going for you?
Pretty legendary year for EAA this
It
shot
is.
It was.
because you had Omar and so far it appears he's going to make it.
And Paul didn't
And Paul didn't have a heart attack. He didn't quit.
He didn't
no
quit.
quitters.
So yeah,
You know,
Yeah, not
that was fun.
but
No emergency medical services here.
right.
No open heart surgeries. You know, we're good.
But
Yes,
if they want to, just want to follow,
We still got to
Look at
tear
the
it down.
products.
The day's young.
That's true.
see what you guys have to offer, social media, that sort of thing.
So, I mean, obviously, hook up. We have our site, eacorp.com. You know, hit us up on Instagram at eacorp. Facebook, when they allow us to actually post things. I got a lot of
You have
fights
a
going on there.
presence there.
You have a presence there.
Yeah.
X, Twitter, whatever it's going by today. Got it there as well.
I just call it Elon now. I think everyone knows what it is. We say
Yeah.
it's Elon. We're over on Elon now.
And that sounds like a platform.
I think it
It
should
does.
be called Elon instead of X. Just call it Elon. X is weird to me. I don't understand that
It's
whole
just-
thing.
I don't know.
It's all weird.
He's
It's all weird.
It's all a weird place now.
And you
Yeah.
you have a background with all this stuff, and it's how much has it changed since you were involved? with
Yeah.
it?
So I started my career at Google, and then I live in San Francisco, and being 1 foot in the gun world, 1 foot in the tech world, they're watching the tech industry. I mean, it's great. I mean, I love it, but what I don't like about what's happening with the tech industry is it's starting to very much revolve around these like individual like messiah type figures, right? Like
Yeah.
Elon
Yes.
and Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
and I mean this started right back in the day with like Steve Jobs and
Yep.
and Bill
Yeah.
Gates, but like
Yep.
I would say
Then
that
Zuckerberg came along and kind of did his thing for a
Yeah.
while.
But it's really morphed now.
Yeah.
It's getting weird.
it's gotten weird, right?
It's
Because
cultish.
yeah, well, because of like the Apple, the Steve Jobs and Bill Gates like era, it was much more. I mean, yes, they were characters, but it was like very product driven, right?
Yes.
It was just
Yeah.
It
all
wasn't
like,
a personal.
yeah. I mean, it's like okay, yeah, you knew Steve Jobs was maybe an a-hole sometimes, but like that, but that was sort of like a side narrative, right?
Yeah.
Where like Elon's kind of crazy. I mean, like, and that's like a core narrative about like him, and then of course he's right. It's like SpaceX and X
Yeah.
and Tesla, and it's like, I don't want to like
Then we're gonna just
poo-poo
drill under
companies,
places
but-
for fun. Yeah,
yeah. So
He's a different dude.
he is.
yeah, but we have to be very, very careful, right? Because what happens is that Twitter policies, right, will revolve around what Elon thinks, right?
Right.
It's like there doesn't seem to be an entity at Twitter. It's the trust and safety team, which they set policy for
Mhm.
Twitter. Like that team has been like gutted,
Oh, sure.
essentially, right?
Like-
Like Elon just like laid them all
Gone.
off when he bought the company, and now it's like, well, Elon says, I think the policy should be this, and then there's no one to like push back or say, hey, like, well, maybe we should think about this or that. So, if Elon doesn't like guns, right? Like he could just it's sort of like a dictator.
Shift. Yeah, he can make
Yeah.
that shift. Yeah.
He
He
make
could literally
fine.
push that button
At any time.
and
He could literally go like, cupcakes are terrible tomorrow, and
Yeah.
like just the content
and
goes away.
cupcakes are no longer seen on X.
it makes me so sad to think about cupcakes. Just be
Or-
discriminated against like
or
that.
Just had breakfast.
Yeah,
Croissant.
You just had breakfast, bro. You just had breakfast.
I can
By
talk
the
about
way, has anyone noticed the pink box donuts everywhere?
The pink box.
Yes.
They're the greatest marketing team. There was one that says they're building one that says pink box coming soon. I was like, that's brilliant. The next one, a true food truck says pink box, a food truck, pink box. It's so good you'll lick the box. I'm
Yeah.
like, whoever is running their marketing has a great sense of
Nice.
humor.
We saw one a couple of nights ago, and it was a pink box ad on one of like the moving trucks, and
Yeah.
it's like you want to get inside our box.
It's
This
like,
was the
seriously, like
best stuff.
it is fantastic.
It is.
I think
Bravo.
Silencer Co. has one downstairs as you come into the
Yeah.
main floor,
Mhm.
walk in on a column, and it's their it's their interface
number
transmission system
Yeah,
little kiosk thing that they've got with the fingerprint, And it's like the only thing in Vegas you should tap.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you guys for some out. We didn't pull you out for some of the meetings and all that, but thanks for coming on. Guys, stick around. We're going to have about a 5-minute break. We've got our last segment of SHOT Show. So thanks, Chase. Thanks, Chris, for coming on. Go check out eaacorp.com for all their stuff. Go check out Chris over at Top Shot Chris, and hopefully maybe soon Revolve will be coming to the masses as well.
Yep.
Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.
Great time.
We have to take a break. We have to switch guests back, hopefully in about 5. So if you're out there live, stick around.
Juice on a cake.
Dude.
Bersa has been a leading manufacturer for over 60 years. At Bersa, they understand that your safety is non-negotiable, and that's why they've crafted a line of exceptional firearms that redefine excellence. Their state-of-the-art manufacturing ensures every firearm is meticulously crafted to the highest standards, guaranteeing reliability and accuracy when it matters most. Whether you're a seasoned professional or a first-time gun owner, Bersa has a perfect solution for your needs. From the sleek and compact Thunder series, ideal for concealed carry, to the powerful and versatile BAR rifle, their range of firearms are designed for shooters who demand excellence in performance and design. Join the community of those who trust Bersa, a brand synonymous with innovation and quality. Their commitment to safety and precision has made them a trusted choice for law enforcement agencies and responsible gun owners alike. Visit Bersa.com to explore their full range of firearms and make every shot count. In a world where mental health is often overlooked, one organization is leading the charge. Walk the Talk America, a force for change, breaking down stigmas and fostering conversations that matter. At Walk the Talk America, they believe in the power of dialogue to reshape the narrative surrounding mental health. Their mission is simple but profound: to bridge the gap between mental health and firearms, because they understand that the real change starts with understanding, empathy, and open conversation. Tune into their groundbreaking podcast, Guns and Mental Health, where experts, advocates, and survivors share their stories and insights. It's not just a podcast, it's a movement towards a more compassionate and informed society. Join them as they organize events, workshops, and outreach programs to build a community that supports mental health without judgment. Join me in supporting Walk the Talk America and visit their website, walkthetalkamerica.org, to be part of the change. Well, guys, we do invite you to go check out both ours and Clover's YouTube channels. Ours is Ghost Tactical, where you can find all of our content over there, including our videos and our podcasts. And you can go check out Clover at CloverTac. Obviously, you can check out all of his content and podcasts as well. We also invite you to check out our websites. Ours is ghosttactical.us, where you'll be able to find everything that we're doing, including our swag store. And Clover's is clovertac.com. Once again, find all of his projects, all of his swag, and all of that. More importantly, guys, we do thank everyone for always supporting both myself and CloverTac, whether it's just by watching our stuff or those that do spend their hard-earned money through YouTube channel memberships. We do truly appreciate you guys. You guys make this all worthwhile. We ask you to go check out our sponsors for this podcast, Bersa and Walk the Talk America. We are currently getting ready for our next guest, so stand by for the standby.
And yeah, we're back. Last segment of the last day.
Your voice sounds like mine.
I know.
You're his
I
hero.
sound like rock. How sexy am I? Hey, come over by. Come over by Bersa, right?
This last segment.
But I think it's contagious because I think I sound just as
The other,
you know what I mean? Like,
so our segment the other day, we were talking about Spanish words. Ralph.
Yeah.
And you said you couldn't remember. I know this is horrible.
Hey, speaking Spanish is great. Work with an Argentina kid. Hey, what's the Spanish word for trigger? I have no idea.
But we found that out.
Last
What
night.
is it?
We
Culata?
don't remember,
It's
but
culata, maybe. I don't know.
It sounds kind of like
right.
that.
Yeah.
You know,
But who
maybe it came back to
I think I was telling you wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going back.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great, guys. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so we've got from SDS Imports, we got Jared, and obviously we have Roth back with Bersa.
after one day off. I'm back.
After one day off, it's been crazy. I want to real quick ask both before we jump into everything. Every day seems to be busier and busier and busier. How for Shot, you've been doing it for a long time. How does this rank as far as busyness and all of that?
For me, this is the craziest year I've had. My wife, like, she messaged me yesterday. She's like, I've seen more of you on the internet this week than I've seen you at home in the last like month. Because she's like, oh, you're on this post and that post. So for me, no, I don't want to look at myself in the mirror because it's just so much. But the crowds, no, and even with the expanded Caesar's Forum over here where you guys are at, like, holy cow,
It's crazy.
Yeah, this for us, I think for a variety of reasons, it's been extremely busy. Friday, you guys saw it was steady over here.
Yeah.
We weren't ever having any downtime. And I think it's because, everybody has in their mind they've got to be over there.
right.
And then, but
Then they
when it
realize
started
there's a
Tuesday-
bridge over here. Where does this go?
Yeah. And so I think now people are starting to, the last 2 years, number one, the COVID year was terrible.
Yeah.
Last year we saw a pickup, but I think people are starting to realize it. And so you saw it. Tuesday was good. It was steady. Wednesday and Thursday, you couldn't walk in that booth.
We literally
To
couldn't
go-
pull
to
you
go
out
from-
of the
yes.
meetings to get on the
Yeah, I mean,
podcast.
and as you were pulling me, 6 people were
Well,
grabbing at me.
you were just getting yelled at before you came literally in the door. Rob.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
So, but that on top of all the new products that we've introduced, so the combination or whatever, but it's been the best SHOT Show that I can remember in a long time.
That's why I asked that, because I've talked to a lot of industry people, and to a T, I've heard best SHOT Show in at least a decade, or I've been coming here for 20 years and this is a top 3 SHOT show ever.
At least 5 years.
At least 5 years.
Yeah.
For sure it's the best SHOT Show in 5 years.
100%.
So
It's so cohesive this year because usually you come here and it's like something's off, or but this year, like the bridge to get across, the way that they've laid it out this year, I'm like, man, it flows better. I don't feel like I'm waiting in line for coffee as long.
Well,
as some years,
100%
are huge. So
that I've noticed, like the way they've, I don't know why it took so long, but they're like, oh, if we put 10 more coffee stands, the lines aren't gonna be as long.
Well, and I think a lot of it comes down also is it's nice, and I love Caesar's. I love this layout here. It's great. But before it was main floor, LEO military, dungeon, and it's all here's 80,000 people in this area, and having the expansion over here, you might have 40,000 and 40,000, but neither one of them feel like a sardine can anymore.
Yeah, I've seen like the hive. I call it the hive every year because there's like that swath of people that seem to like go in a like they're moving together, and then you're like, there's an empty aisle.
Like
and you go one aisle over,
Yeah,
you're like,
you can
you're
actually
like, there they
walk
are.
down an aisle
They're
right
kind of
now.
moving through the show in unison.
You
So,
still have idiots that will stop and look at their phones in the middle of the aisle when you got 30 people,
Well,
but you can actually walk an aisle right now.
And the multiple points of entry now,
Yeah.
right?
No. It's
Create a situation where the traffic's not
It's
flowing
neat
in one
to where
direction.
it's the green carpet to exits a new thing. I never noticed it before. If you see a green carpet on the main floor,
There's like
there's an exit at the
I
end of
don't
it.
know, man. I've gotten lost so many times walking around.
Find
I'm
the
like,
green
how do I
carpet,
find my
at
way
least an
back?
exit.
check
I
the
just
green
noticed.
carpet.
I was like, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It might be new, but I've never
Right.
noticed it
Yeah,
before.
I'm gonna pay attention to that tonight when I go back to the hotel. Like, be like, Why didn't I learn this day 2?
You guys have some exciting stuff coming, or being released / announced, maybe shipping really soon. Had a great 2023, but 2024 could be awesome for you guys.
No, like so many big things came out of the show. Even me, like I'm going through our social media and I'm like, oh my God, like, so some of the response to a lot of the products have been overwhelming.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've had a blast. Like I'm getting to mix it up with like the content creators.
Yeah.
Even people that are on the forums. I'm like, you called me an idiot on the forum last year. You're like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. And then now they're like, playing with
It's
the guns.
Reddit. It's what it is.
Yeah. I haven't even got to Reddit today.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
That's a weird place, man.
It is.
It is a deep, dark place.
Yeah.
And if you're on, don't even mention you're a YouTuber because they do not like YouTube.
I would rather go back to the dungeon
Yeah.
for SHOT Show than spend another day on Reddit.
Right.
So
we are fortunate enough. Thank you guys, by the way. You guys, we're invited to the Wolverine Revolution Tuesday night.
Oh,
Got
awesome.
some stuff at Range Day on Monday, but got to shoot some stuff as well Tuesday night. MP5, the Mac 5 is coming in from Mac. You got some double stats going. You got the high power. Man, SDS is bringing some good stuff in right now.
Like I said, we really kind of launched the product. I think it was 21 new products is what we debuted here at SHOT Show across our 5 brands. The 1911 double stacks, $7.99 price point. We're giving people that double stack high capacity 1911 and an unparalleled value, I think, this year. And people are coming out of the woodwork, like, when are they shipping? And I'm like, next week, guys. Like, so we nailed that one, and we're amped to see how it gives people that, I don't know, looked at like, a higher end double stack and they're like, but for $800, I think we're gonna make some.
We're gonna have some fun with it. You know? And you'll buy a $4,000, $5,000 double stack. Like, do you really want to use that? Like, do you really want to shoot that?
I do.
I want to shoot it. But, I mean, but most people are going to take it to the range and be a range toy. I want to enjoy my guns.
I think there's a place for those, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm still I'm seeing some of the guns that other manufacturers do, and I'm like, oh my God, like it's machining marble, the things that you guys are doing. But there are people, there's people that like, they can afford a Corvette.
That's right.
And they'll take it to the racetrack. But then there's dudes that soup up their Miatas, and they're both having a blast.
Oh yeah.
So absolutely. I mean, there's people that can look at something and daydream about it forever.
Yeah.
And then you give them something that's comparable that they can afford, and it's amazing.
They're going to have just as much fun in that as the guy that has the Corvette's going to have in his.
100%. And look, we've all seen it. A lot of times, the $7.99 double stack 1911 is every bit as good as the $2,500 one.
No doubt.
We've all seen that, and it's good to give options.
Well, we hear it all the time. As creators, we get people that come in, you do a review or you do this, and they know you have hands on a lot of firearms, and they'll say, "Well, what's the best budget, whatever." And it's like, well, my budget
means a lot of different things.
My budget is different than the homeless guy's budget. Is different than the millionaire's budget. So what do you mean?
Yeah, my budget's super different than the guy that owns my company.
Most of your budget, most of your budget is the liquor and the women. Let's be honest.
Well,
wow.
I mean, this is going out. Hey, shh.
No.
Christina, don't watch this.
Oh, this will be the one she watches too. Like that will be the one. Like
hookers and blow. What?
I didn't say what the women were for. It's the cooking breakfast, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
that's even
that might be worse.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Luckily, she probably couldn't understand what he was saying. So
it's not my husband. That's not his voice.
Hey,
Like,
hey, Chris.
yeah, shut up, bro. He's kicking him underneath the table.
Now let's take a break. Now a message wrong.
Hey, this is a whole lot different than the last podcast I saw with you guys.
We might have just lost our sponsors. I'm just saying.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the Bersa book.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right.
That's
Back on
so
track.
good.
You know what? One thing that
You took us off track.
back on track. So shut up. So I walked into the booth yesterday, when it was yesterday, the day before, maybe probably the day before, And you guys had something in there that you had a camo design on a shotgun.
Would you call that a camo design?
Yeah, it's a camo.
It's a camo design. I think they go by pattern.
Pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That
Bill Jordan
is
just
the
woke up
only.
Yeah.
Is the only firearm with that pattern at SHOT Show, right?
So Spandau Arms are a line of like outdoor shotguns, hunting shotguns, clay, ski. We took some of our 3-gun features from one of our semi-auto shotguns. We're like, I think it's Super Hunter. It's oversized controls, loading gate, but we were able to partner with Realtree, and we have the debut gun in the new APX pattern. And it was, so I'm even at Realtree, like, with the shotgun, and we're talking about it, and they had like this wooden bench out front. It's gorgeous wood. So I'm like standing on top of the table, like taking a picture of the shotgun, and the Realtree people are like, what is this guy doing? And then they walk over, they're like, how'd you get a gun in our pattern? I'm like, I know some people. And it felt weird. Like I felt like I arrived. I'm like, I'm in Realtree, and they're like, what is
Why? Why?
Yeah.
How? But awesome, by the way.
Yeah. No. So that the pattern is cool. I think every hunter now has got to run out and buy all new camo with them releasing a new what'd you call it? A new design?
A design, camo design.
New design.
I need all new camo design clothes.
Yeah.
And shotguns.
I got to go to my camo designer now and
Camo designer.
There was another camo design that I saw that's pretty amazing that Matt had a personal hand in on the Tokarev. I don't know what would you call that that camo design?
I think on the price sheet we call it the sticker bomb. So
it's amazing.
Kind of a hydro-dip hallmark from Student of the Gun walked by, and like we had a black one and that one. And it's like Call of Duty level 1, and that gun was like Call of Duty,
the skin,
100.
The custom skin.
So
It's amazing.
Before you brought that one up, and those are available in the 2 different designs as well.
They're in all colorways.
You got a short on that, I believe.
I did both of them.
Yeah.
But before you mentioned that, it's weird. Ozzy out there in the chat, Ozzy, he said he's looking into buying the sticker bomb here for too long.
I think
and
gun,
they said
guys
they were selling well.
Yeah, gun guys can get like super serious about their guns, and me, I probably was guilty of it at some point. But man, guns should be fun too. Like if you hate pumpkins or you hate 2-liter bottles, like there's going to be a gun, and if you're smiling and having a blast with it,
I mean. And that's not even the weird stuff you can think of, That's just, there's some weird stuff out there, but it's cool. Rolf, I know you guys had a big year, and this next year is going to be amazing as well.
Yeah. No, well, 2023 was what it was, and
glad it's over.
I'm not SHOT Show's over.
Yeah.
It's about right now. It's been exhausting, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we were talking, we have, all our new products, our new USA made stuff, 1911, striker fired guns, suppressors,
rifles,
new rifles, AR accessories. So it's been a whirlwind last few days, but it's been exciting. It's been exhausting, but shoot, now we know, and now the work starts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're making it.
Yeah.
It's my email, our Facebook, our Instagram, my email has just been demolished because of what we've been putting out there and what other people have been putting out there. So now the work starts, and you think you're like, God, I can't wait to get out of here. And you wake up Monday morning, and you're like,
and that's the thing.
I gotta work.
Like I try not to make any email contacts with everyone at least a week or two. And say everyone needs to decompress. But you guys are going to come into the office on Monday, and your inbox is going to be full.
No, it's been full. It's been full.
You're buying extra server space.
Are you guys in do the buy group shows and everything too?
Yeah.
So I get home Saturday night, midnight, right, and tomorrow night. And then I leave Wednesday for Fort Worth for NBS.
And then you also have going at the same time. You got the Great American up in Pennsylvania. Which, that's insane.
I don't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I don't understand why people do.
I did it one time.
Like show season is tough. Product launches. But I'll say this year, like even talking about like the pandemic year.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing because everyone in the firearms industry, we're always like fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah.
But everyone this year seems refreshed and kind of like excited about the year, where we're just like
there's
the positive energy overall.
You can hear it on the mic. There's a buzz.
It's loud.
Even on Friday
morning, which
2 days ago, we were in here
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
it was the first thing was kind of like this.
Wednesday.
But Wednesday,
Oh yeah.
it was loud out
Yesterday
Oh,
was
yeah.
louder.
there. Yeah. I mean,
It was nuts.
I took the day off.
Well, not really,
Not
because you
from
were busy
the-
as
from
hell.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
But,
loud
yeah,
yesterday.
I mean, so there's a buzz at the show.
Yeah.
People are back.
It's a different vibe,
Yeah.
but it's still an awesome vibe.
Yeah.
There's a lot more new companies, a lot more new
Cool.
faces that we've seen, but I think they're all here to do business and to work, which is not
Yes.
just the fluffy stuff. It's let's work. a
Well,
little
and
bit.
I've noticed something. I noticed it actually Wednesday night when we went to the event, Ghost.com event, and compared to the previous event, the amount of dealers, like FFL dealers and stuff that were there was astronomical.
Yeah.
Just rank and file. And then I started paying attention yesterday. After that, I was like, wow, I wonder if that's a reflection of the show. And it has been. I mean, there is a ton of like mom and pop, whatever.
I've talked to
FFL's
more
walking.
FFL dealers,
Yeah.
decision makers, not
Yeah.
the guy that works in the back
Right.
room,
Right.
or
Right.
my buddy works there and got me and my
Yeah.
wife a pass
Right.
or whatever. But actual guys
The buyers.
that are like,
Yeah.
hey, where can I buy this and how soon can I buy
Yeah.
this?
That's
And hopefully you've seen the same thing.
I'm in our marketing department, but like, everyone was like, like the dealer shows coming up. That's like where kind of like the buying happens. Shot
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
used to be that spot, but then it just became more of like, let's go check out the new products. But yeah, I do
Showcase, yeah.
hear that like sales guys are like, I might be able to buy like new tires for my truck next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of turned
That's
back into
good.
like the gun shop.
two.
Hurts a little
Yeah.
bit.
Or
but
two
yeah.
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
it,
had 2 blowouts Tuesday night in the middle of the desert.
Oh God.
3
oh,
hours.
you guys on that
us.
bus?
That was-
Oh,
no.
man.
No. It was his car. Hit,
Oh, it was a
hit
car.
a pothole.
Yeah.
Hit a pothole coming out of Pro Gun.
Yeah.
Both driver's side tires gone.
I vaguely heard the story about it, like the guys were talking about it in the
Yeah,
booth.
Adam stopped by and all that. The buses kept was like, hey, we're good, but
We're out,
we're
suckers.
in the middle of the
3
desert,
hours
1
in the
o'clock in the
desert,
morning, waiting for
thankfully.
tires.
Thankfully, had a buddy that come and picked me up
Yeah.
along with the 2 busted tires and went into town. And Vegas has 24-hour tire shops.
Nice.
Nowhere else in
paid
the
for it.
country would
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
been screwed. We would have been screwed.
Yeah.
If it had been anywhere else in the country.
Right.
But at least he was able to get me back into town, and they put the 2 tires on, and we got back out there and we were rolling. But it does suck having to buy.
That's
Two-
not that's
two
not
new
an
tires.
expense that you plan on in your budget.
Definitely not an
typically.
expense, but not 2 new
And I
tires.
appreciate like thanks for getting us into the agency party earlier. And I'm like, wow, that I didn't
Yeah.
realize it turned
Thanks for
out that
getting
way.
us into that, so we had to go spend $300 on tires.
Right. It was
God,
cool. I don't know that it was $280 cool. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Minigun from a helicopter.
Not
pretty
very
cool.
often you get to see the
Yeah.
minigun or the helicopter
Yeah.
or pull out over the back
Yeah.
of the Toyota or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the disc over there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the disc, what a disc is. That thing is a bad mamma jamma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I'll give you a couple of minutes, Jared. Talk about where people can find you, where you guys are on social media and all that stuff.
Man, we are everywhere. So, SDS Imports is the parent company, but we have Tokarev USA, T-Sox USA, the new Military Armament Corporation. We just launched Inglis Manufacturing, so Canadian producer of high powers during World War II. We brought that name back, and we have like 4 models of new high power
Awesome.
clones that are out there. Spandau Arms, but SDSimports.com is the website. You can get links there. We are a very social media driven company, so YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. Like I spend a little bit of time on Reddit and a couple of
I was making fun, but you have to spend some time there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are on it.
No. So it's cool. I genuinely enjoy even coming to the shows, and I talk to so many people on all the platforms. So meeting people, putting names to faces is super cool. So yeah, we're all over.
Absolutely. Roth, first, I mean, it's Friday, man.
It's Friday,
Friday.
and let me go.
You ain't got nothing to do.
Let me start off by saying what a pleasure it's been having you guys here
No,
all
thank you.
this week.
It's been amazing.
It's been really cool.
Yeah,
and
it's awesome.
I
And
think
thank you.
it's been great for everybody. We've enjoyed having you guys
We
and,
appreciate
and
you.
having other industry people come through and
Yep.
and hang out with us. But yes, we're almost done.
Almost done.
But for all things Bersa, Bersa.com.
Bersa.com.
And on the other platforms, Bersa_USA. And you can see all this new stuff and all this fun things we've been doing here at SHOT Show and all that stuff there. So go check it out. And
well, our goal, Rob, when you brought this up at NRA, this is your brainchild.
This is your brainchild.
You know,
we'll keep doing it as long as you guys want.
We talked
This is
about it
great.
and we tweaked and we modified, and I think we genuinely made it better. We've actually come up with some ideas.
We have,
to make it
yeah.
more better.
Mo better.
It's like everything
But,
else. You while you're doing something every year, you think of other things
Oh yeah.
that you
Yeah.
can do to make it better.
But
And then next year's better, and then you think of more things. And
you know,
it's an evolution. It's
It
fluid.
is. It is.
and
you
you've
know.
been busy, which is great. That's
Yeah.
the whole point, is for you guys to be busy. But some of the connections and stuff that were made here on these
yeah.
episodes,
Absolutely.
the two guests would walk out that door actually talking about working together.
Yes.
on
I've never
projects.
heard of your project. We've
And
got
it was
to help you
amazing.
out. Like, that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to do right there.
You know,
We're trying to
you know
connect
what was the
people.
coolest thing I saw was the two wives of the
It was
WTTA
amazing.
guys
Awesome.
Yeah.
yesterday. That was the coolest
It was
thing.
cool.
man.
And they were both a little nervous.
Yeah.
But they did great.
They
They
crushed
both
it.
came out of here, and everybody's like, "Yeah," and they were blushing. And but we were watching it out there.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
That's
as much as I could.
Yeah.
Jake, of course, was watching it. His wife was in
Yeah.
there. But everything what I saw, I was like, they were rocking it.
They were
And,
great.
yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah,
So,
it's been fun.
We had a, I had a,
I'm looking forward to going back and
oh yeah.
watching all this
Oh, yeah,
content
definitely.
after the show.
I had a
And,
friend of mine.
There's been cool stuff.
I had a
going
friend of mine come up to me yesterday who was on Tuesday. It was on Wednesday. Today's Friday. He was on Wednesday. He came up to me yesterday and he was like, "Bro, like, did you notice my leg was shaking the whole time?" I'm like, "No." He said, "Where you were,"
Yeah.
because my phone was blowing up. In a 20-minute segment, this is kind of the feedback we're getting. In a 20-minute segment that he was on, he had 27 sales.
Nice.
On his
He's like,
on
my
his
phone's just
website.
going nuts. And he's a small business guy.
Yeah,
You know, he's
yeah,
not. He's not a big
No,
thing.
that
And he's like,
kind
I
of
had 27
That's
sales. And he said, my leg was just blowing up on the notifications. And I was like, I said, I thought you were nervous. He says, no, my phone just kept on buzzing.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously, this was your idea.
Yeah.
We are honored to be part of it, and thank you for allow us to take your space up and
No.
and utilize it.
The
It's been
space has been
phenomenal.
well utilized.
It's been amazing. It's something that I can't look forward to doing again.
Yeah, I can't wait for
Rick.
that part of next year.
Yes. I understand.
Man, I can't wait to come back
That
and set up
and the
again and
chicks.
tear
That and
down
the
and
chicks.
Yeah, isn't that
like
fun?
checking in 100 guns to the safety. That's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah,
enjoy.
it's
Like,
absolutely
so much
That's
fun.
why.
It's the
That's
best.
why you came.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
the best.
The tear down, especially after you're tired from all week. Oh, we got to tear down.
Oh man, like you're looking at a box and like you're trying to match the guns up to like serial numbers and
Yeah.
all. Like,
At least putting stuff up, you still get the energy. Like it's Sunday or Monday, and then it's Friday. You're like, I'll pay someone to come tear this down.
Right.
yeah.
Hey, there's somebody.
There's
out
somebody-
there
oh,
that's
yeah.
gonna tear this
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have to do the guns to the box.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, then I'm out.
So we're gonna pull the plug and SHOT Show 24, at least the Ghost
Shot
Clover
show's dead.
podcast. It's never
The
There'll
shot
never be
show's never
another-
going to
there'll
happen
never be
again. It's
another
over.
one. It's
It'll
over.
never be the same again. It's dead.
don't bother. But
Man, people just have to come to Vegas just to come then. Like,
Ooh,
man,
that could be dangerous.
like
plenty of good places to eat, plenty of entertainment. So
They're-
there's still a
they're-
reason to come.
I have eaten well.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I have eaten well.
Very true.
Absolutely.
But I have 4 shows at SHOT. It doesn't get any better
So
than
is
that.
this the last show?
This is
You
it.
guys done?
It's done. We're
This
pulling
is
the
the
plug.
no.
Peace
Last
out.
show.
Yeah. Are you guys going home today?
I leave in about 3 hours. Yeah, they changed my
Will you
flight.
stay and put all my guns away?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you can have my ticket. Yeah. My wife doesn't mind me staying a little bit longer, I'm sure. She got a vacation for me. So,
Right. Right.
all right. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Thanks for all the support. Go check out Bersa.com. Go check out SDSM Boards and all of our phenomenal guests. 24 guests in 4 days.
2024.
2024 had 24 guests.
Next year, 25.
We'll have to get someone else just to have 25. Like, we'll definitely do that.
We gotta
But,
wanna-
yeah, we'll see y'all soon,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bersa has been a leading manufacturer for over 60 years. At Bersa, they understand that your safety is non-negotiable, and that's why they've crafted a line of exceptional firearms that redefine excellence. Their state-of-the-art manufacturing ensures every firearm is meticulously crafted to the highest standards, guaranteeing reliability and accuracy when it matters most. Whether you're a seasoned professional or a first-time gun owner, Bersa has a perfect solution for your needs. From the sleek and compact Thunder series, ideal for concealed carry, to the powerful and versatile BAR rifle, their range of firearms are designed for shooters who demand excellence in performance and design. Join the community of those who trust Bersa, a brand synonymous with innovation and quality. Their commitment to safety and precision has made them a trusted choice for law enforcement agencies and responsible gun owners alike. Visit Bersa.com to explore their full range of firearms and make every shot count. In a world where mental health is often overlooked, one organization is leading the charge. Walk the Talk America, a force for change, breaking down stigmas and fostering conversations that matter. At Walk the Talk America, they believe in the power of dialogue to reshape the narrative surrounding mental health. Their mission is simple but profound: to bridge the gap between mental health and firearms, because they understand that the real change starts with understanding, empathy, and open conversation. Tune into their groundbreaking podcast, Guns and Mental Health, where experts, advocates, and survivors share their stories and insights. It's not just a podcast, it's a movement towards a more compassionate and informed society. Join them as they organize events, workshops, and outreach programs to build a community that supports mental health without judgment. Join me in supporting Walk the Talk America and visit their website, walkthetalkamerica.org, to be part of the change. Well, guys, we do invite you to go check out both ours and Clover's YouTube channels. Ours is Ghost Tactical, where you can find all of our content over there, including our videos and our podcasts. And you can go check out Clover at CloverTac. Obviously, you can check out all of his content and podcasts as well. We also invite you to check out our websites. Ours is ghosttactical.us, where you'll be able to find everything that we're doing, including our swag store. And Clover's is clovertac.com. Once again, find all of his projects, all of his swag, and all of that. More importantly, guys, we do thank everyone for always supporting both myself and CloverTac, whether it's just by watching our stuff or those that do spend their hard-earned money through YouTube channel memberships. We do truly appreciate you guys. You guys make this all worthwhile. We ask you to go check out our sponsors for this podcast, Bersa and Walk the Talk America. We are currently getting ready for our next guest, so stand by for the standby.